for the sixth and final time this weekend. Good afternoon, Sorley Nation. And welcome back to Detroit for the championship game of the Hockeytown tournament here from Buffalo Wild Wings Arena. And you could only play 6, and we're going to line up and play that 6th game. It'll be the the Boston Junior Terriers taking on your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Detroit. As Thomas fires one off the squish tender early. An early scoring chance for Boston. The starting lineup for your Penguins here. In net number 1, the squish tender, Squishy Evans. Your defense, 27, Cameron Pelly, and 11, Lyndon Track. Up front for the Penguins. As Squish faces another heavy shot. Rebound there, kicked aside by Squish. I'm not even 100% sure what line side. I think it was Brenneman, Golnack, and Halliday, the starters up front for the Pens. A couple early chances here for the Terriers. Coming with speed. I'm joined in the oven as all weekend by the Commodore himself, George Pearsall. George, welcome back.
Thank you. Back and forth action so far here early in the game. And Squish have to be sharp on that opening chance.
Well, reverse there, picked off and read well by Boston. Boston, I'm sure some scouting report here. I know the Penguins have some information on this Terriers team as Coach Verbeek catching a couple of their games this weekend already. Here's Pearsall behind the net. Stopping and starting, putting it in front for a puck that's whacked towards the cage. Will go off the pad.
Lucas Jones in his office in the crease, Jeremy. Good chance in front, but the Terriers goalie says no.
Here's Chappie. Up the middle for Carlson. The 90s on 9 are on. He'll feed it indirect off the boards to the streaking Chappell with a wrist shot down low, kicked away by the Terrier netminder. Carlson on the forecheck, forces the play to the near side. Russo crashes down, looking for the corner. It'll be fired back out of the zone by Boston. Boston in red today, red uniforms. Up and down, helmets to socks, all red. Your Penguins there in those whites we've become familiar with as the home team number 1 seed. They've worn them all playoffs long.
How sharp are those white jerseys, huh?
The white unis with the black pants, white socks, and of course the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Here's D'Angelo Flume with a rolling puck. Will be picked up by Boston at their line under pressure from Carlson. He'll force a turnover. Chappie to the Boston line. Penguins getting a line change as Halliday's fresh and on. Bobrov for Boston twisting in the corner. It'll be Golnack picking that one off. His breakout pass, though, broken up by Yandel. Austin's Watson powering through center. He'll find Thomas in front of the Penguin bench. A bouncing puck will go off of a glove, and we get our first whistle 3 minutes in.
Jeremy, the Penguins' lone blemish on the season thus far was against this very Terriers team. Back early September in the Rochester Just Get Good Classic, the Terriers prevailing by a score of 6-2. And the Penguins looking for a different outcome here this afternoon.
They went on to win that tournament, I believe.
Did they?
I believe so. I thought they did. Maybe not. I don't remember.
We'll have to go to the truck on that one.
We'll have to go to Google. As the Terriers gain the zone, it'll be Golnack turning it back the other way. In front of the Penguin line, he battles with Lyons.
Terriers lost to Mid-Fairfield.
Mid-Fairfield won that. That's right. Banked off the board. Here's Track. Mid-Fairfield might be the only top 10 team who wasn't in this one.
Yeah, truly.
As here comes Watson over the line. Winding, firing one over the squish tender's head. Those two players know each other. The squish tender and Watson teamed up earlier this summer. As Jones drives down the right wing side, powers his way to the corner, comes out of the corner, trying to get to the net. It'll be counterattacked by Boston. Under pressure from Schweitzer. As Bros takes the puck away. A neighborhood play there. Schweitzer and Bros in the same Cranberry Township neighborhood as Foster gets control at center for the Pens. He darts in. You and I were talking earlier how great a tournament Danny Foster's had so far.
Oh, certainly. Some of the best hockey I've seen him play, Jeremy.
And he's always good. Just always good. Here's Jones in the corner. Centering one. It'll come off a Terrier right to Pearsall at the side of the cage. Just a bit deep. Couldn't get a shot on as he'll put control out top to Bros. Bros down to Jones. Jones in front. Bouncing puck comes off the goaltender. It'll be carried out of the zone.
Shot from the corner.
This Terrier team loves to get possession. They're not afraid to possession, make plays. I like it. Similar style to the Penguins, I think. Confident as now the forwards changing as the Terriers possess at center. That might not have been deep enough for a clean line change. Here's Lyons with a shot, and Squish will get to that one.
Yeah, Squish just square to that shot, gobbles it up in the belly. And the unofficial shot clock thus far, Jeremy, 4 shots for the Penguins and 4 shots for the Terriers. What do you think?
Pretty close.
Yep.
Carlson on the faceoff. Great stick lift by Caruso right in front of us. As the Penguins exit the zone. Terriers will put it back in. Caruso backhanded across to his partner Chappie. Off the stick of Carlson. Right to Flume. All the way across for Bolus in front for Carlson and just couldn't jam that puck through. It'll be dumped off the wall. Icing if it's far enough. No icing call. No icing hot. He doesn't negate it by beating the player down the ice. An NHL style call there, I think. Caruso off the boards. Kept in barely at the line. Caruso again with it. Fakes one way. Back the other. What a read.
Nice play.
Flume will send it across for Bolus. Bolus off of the skate. Wedging it towards Carlson, who was cutting to the net. That came the whole way free to the corner.
Good back and forth action so far here. And the Penguins going to have to be aware of number 61 for the Terriers, Carter Watson. One of the most impactful players that I've seen thus far on the season, Jeremy. And he got the Penguins for several goals the last time they met. Number 61, Watson.
We've also seen the Speedy Thomas
making
plays as well.
Yeah, Gavin Thomas knows a lot of these Penguins kids. A lot of them played together on the PA Brick team, and Thomas with the puck right there.
Where's he from?
Well, he lived in Cincinnati at that point.
Oh, okay.
Of course, now see the play here.
Oh, it's in front. A one-timer by Halliday, kept out by full splitsy goaltending.
Thomas's father is the assistant coach for the AHL Bruins.
Okay.
And that's why they live
in Beantown.
In Beantown, that's right.
Great poke by Pelly on Watson. Banked off the boards, and here comes Jones with speed and Brenneman. And he'll be offsides. Just a step off there.
Yeah, boy, Brennan with speed joining the large Penguins winger, Lucas Jones. And the play goes offsides. Now we're going to set up in the neutral zone.
Neutral zone face-off here to be taken by Pearsall. Controlled by the Terriers. 0-0 here in the first, about halfway through the period. Chances at both ends as these two teams feel each other out. Here's Burrows behind the net. Good angle on the pass. Just missed Schweitzer, though, as it came off the boards at a weird trajectory. And the Terriers will set up in the Penguin zone for a shot down low that deflects wide of the 4x6. Battled in the corner. There's Pearsall using the body to get control and that stick to wedge the puck free. Schweitzer's pass misses Jones, and it'll be the Terriers at their line. We see some Terrier possession here, pinning the Penguins in a bit as Burrows will go up the wall. That's picked off. Schweitzer digging at it, able to get control. Here comes Bolus, weaving in. Forehand to backhand, fired at the net. We've seen him tickle the twine a few times this weekend as well.
Boy, two goals earlier today, and he might have goals in every game this weekend, huh?
He may.
Did I say 2 girls earlier this morning? Well, maybe that was the case. I don't know.
Hopefully we will solve I know we've been losing the game at the end. I think I understand why, and I will try to make that adjustment so you can all see the game at home. We are going to be lagged as we have been throughout, so we apologize for the choppy feed. And the lag. So if you're getting updates live in the arena, you might be a minute or two. We might be a minute or two ahead of you guys. As the Terriers gain the zone, they'll pop it in behind Caruso. Chappie sliding over again.
Nice play
These
by
two
Chappie.
switch so incredibly well and read off of that. It's like they've played together for 5 years, and I think they just came together as a pair maybe this weekend or last weekend. So here's Bolus putting one on towards the net anyway. It'll be blocked by the defense. Carlson picks it off behind. He's looking for Flume in front. A bouncing puck is bounced on and held.
Boy, great action so far here. And you're right, Jeremy. You see that defensive pair of Chappell and Caruso. One of the things I've noticed a few times so far in the game today, Chappell, when he has a guy up against the boards, he doesn't polish him off, but he pins him to the boards. That allows his teammates, his winger, his center to come in and help support. But really outstanding plays there by David Chappell.
Puck rimmed around behind by the Terriers. I almost called him the Bruins like twice now. As weaving in comes Watson. He's turned back the other way by the back checking of Brenneman. Pelly will battle along the boards. Halliday with a slick little slide past the Golnak, who darts through center.
Oh!
And he had a quarter, and it comes off the blocker. He used the defenseman as a screen, I think, there.
Yeah, slick play there by the Penguins forward.
As the Penguins try to cycle down low, it'll be fed all the way to the point for Pelly. He walks down the line, an onside play as the puck bounces around in front. It'll come free to Halliday, who flicks it over the net. Just outside and high. In front for Halliday's one-timer. He's knocked down as he tried to get it off.
Halliday in some discomfort going to the bench. Looks like he took a stick up to the midsection, maybe to the arm. And we'll keep an eye on young James Halliday heading to the bench.
He'll shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it.
Wow.
The
little Taylor Swift reference for you, huh?
we'll try Pearsall at the dot.
Folks, Jeremy commentating the game while troubleshooting technical issues. This guy is a professional.
I don't know about that. The guy should probably be committed. Would be the more accurate statement. As it's popped in behind the Terrier net, the Penguins try to get to their forecheck. We haven't seen the Penguins with a lot of zone possession time yet.
No.
That's a real big part of their game as they work the down low cycle. So hopefully we see some of that. As it'll be the Terriers twisting with it at center.
You can see these teams still filling themselves out a bit. A lot of the game being played in the neutral zone so far.
Right. Couple rushes here and there, creating some scoring chances. The Terriers run an excellent controlled breakout, trying to counterattack this relentless Penguins forecheck. Bros kind of double pumped the first breakout attempt. It'll be deflected in by Jones and the Terriers. Counterattack on the rush. Pressured by Flume. They'll come into the pen zone with 4 flightless birds back to defend. Here's Bolus up the wing looking for Flume. He'll drag it all the way from behind himself before being overtaken by a back check. It'll come off the stick of a Boston player, but it'll be picked up by Carlson. He goes up the wall. Nobody there. It'll be Boston regrouping. Puck will roll around in front of the Terrier bench. Back to the defense. They'll reset. Penguins backing off a bit here. And they'll get control. Good. It almost looked trap-esque.
That's right.
By the Penguins there as they backed off a little bit and cut down the passing angles, and it worked as they're in the Terrier end. And Flume will put it back to the corner, trying to start a cycle for Carlson. Carlson and Bolus up. The Terriers able to exit their zone under pressure from Golnak and Bolus here. And we'll have an offside play.
Terriers come into the game this afternoon with 2 losses on the season. One to Mid-Fairfield in that Rochester opening weekend tournament, and then one earlier this weekend against the Oakland Junior Grizzlies. So a tough team. A team that has the Penguins number in their one and only meeting so far today, this year. What day is it?
Yeah. October. As it's battled for along the boards. It'll be the Terriers getting to it in the corner. But there's Brenneman with a sweep pass, and then he takes off. Across ice, feet will come off the boards to Golnak with speed into the Terrier end. He'll go further to the corner for Brenneman, who twists with it. He'll find Track at the point. Track with a drive. That's blocked, and back come the Terriers. Look at Golnak on the back pressure. We talked a little bit about that. The shot will come in on the squish tender, who gloves and holds that one.
Squish sharp on that glove save as the Terriers come in trying to build some momentum. I'd say the last few minutes it's been pretty much back and forth, but I think the Penguins maybe hold a slight advantage in zone time, would you say?
A little bit, yeah.
I'd say most of the zone time has been in the neutral zone so far.
Yeah, back and forth in the neutral zone. Here the Terriers try to set things up. They'll go deep. And here's Pelly off the wall, getting it to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Pearsall, who was tapping for it. He's yanked down from behind. He'll keep moving it forward, trying to get it to Jones. He'll pick it up behind the Terrier net. Looking. Lucas Jones in a battle. He'll get it to Pearsall, who jams it in front. Rebound to the stick of Pearsall. Off of his skate.
Gotta get
Just
that
couldn't
puck.
control. Jones will wait. Pearsall stays with it though. Disrupts things, and it'll end up being on the stick of Jones. Jones, Penguin power forward this time with a shot that's gloved and held.
Yeah, nice possession there for the Penguins as they move that puck around. You see, Jeremy, all those passes around the offensive zone, that sets up those scoring chances, and it also starts to wear down the opponent here. And the long shifts that you wear them down in the first period, it pays dividends as the game goes along.
Two good scoring chances on that zone time there for the Penguins, as it'll be Carlson now behind the net after the draw. Looking in front. I think he was trying to get it to Bolus. It'll be rejected by Boston. Picked up by Foster in front of his own bench. He'll wedge it back out to center. Again, these benches are small here with elongated, almost townhomes for the penalty box and scorers table. As Bros gets control. Off the stick of Carlson, but he'll stay with it before having it swiped away by the Terriers. Inside of 10 seconds here in period one. It'll be icing if it gets there. It does with 2 left on the clock. So the Penguins with 2 seconds here, can they get something towards the net?
I've always thought, pulling the goalie here, getting that one extra body, I don't think there's an 11 or 12-year-old in the country who can shoot that puck end-to-end in 2 seconds.
I don't either. I would do it. I would absolutely do it. Carlson set to take the draw. We're going to have Flume, it looks like, driving in front. He'll go forward, firing, and the Penguins do get a decent chance there as time expires. So, has there been a more even game?
No, the unofficial shot clock right now, Jeremy, 7 for the Penguins, 6 for the Terriers. That's the unofficial Commodore shot clock, because we don't have an actual shot clock here. But,
I would say it's more on both counts.
You think so?
Yeah,
maybe
I would
9
say we're
to 8?
closer to 10.
Wow, okay.
Like 10-9, somewhere around there. I think the Penguins with a slight advantage. A couple of those times coming off the wall, jamming in front.
Yep.
A couple plays from the outside into the middle that were deflected in on the goaltender. So
yeah, something, as this game goes along, if you're the Penguins, you want to see that zone time, that extended zone time, the cycle, the setting it up, high to low, low to high. That starts to allow the Penguins to get to their game. And I think if you're the Terriers, you're looking for those stretch plays. You want to see Watson. You want to see Thomas, McCann, some of these talented players on the Terriers trying to get open in space. So I think 2 game plans here, both working out pretty well as these teams face off against one another.
I completely agree. We've seen a lot of the transition play, not as much in-zone play, but the in-zone play picked up the back half. Like you said, these teams feeling each other out pretty well. So we've got a second period about ready to start in a 0-0 game. I know we've got Aunt Stephanie out there, first commenter again. I love it. We got Grammy Stetz on the line as well, cheering on the squish tender. I know many watching from home, including recovering Evan Bros. So we'll line them up and get the second period underway. It'll be Brenneman at the dot. Taken by Halliday, over for Golnak, back for Caruso. Caruso off the boards to Brenneman. Penguins go tic-tac-toe there into the zone, and Halliday tried to drag it through and just couldn't he and Golnak kind of battling for the same puck with a Terrier there. Here's Halliday again for Golnak. To his backhand, sending one in front. That's just blocked by a defender.
Well, what a play by Golnak there. He takes the puck wide. He sees Brenneman in the slot, backhands it over, and almost makes it to the back door.
And what a play there by Chappie, looking for the stick of Brenneman. He found it, and that probably went wide by 2 inches. That might have been the best scoring chance of the day. As the Terriers will work it deep in the Penguin end now. Caruso and Chappie, look at him just tying up and swooping in support.
Oh, boy. I was worried about Brenneman there.
Yeah.
Neutral's on play.
Brenneman will get a bump on a Terrier as we get an offside call.
Jeremy, I would like to correct the record on something that I said last time. As a member of the media, we like to correct our mistakes. Last time these teams met, I spoke about Gavin Thomas's mother, Andrea Thomas, being the draft pouring champion in the United States. It was actually of Canada. She was the national champion, draft pouring champion of Canada, not the United States. Yes, which in many ways is more impressive.
Yes, I mean, imagine the amount of drinking you have to do living that far north and barely seeing the sun in the winter.
Well, and she wasn't the drinking champion, she was the pouring. Yes.
Pouring. I'm just saying, there's a lot of draft beers poured in the great north.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Andrea, if you're listening, although I see you sitting about 30 feet from me, but if your family's listening, I'm sorry, and we righted the wrong.
Oh, yes. I mean, we want to make sure those corrections are loud and clear. And we're basically in the presence of Canadian royalty.
Yep.
So, I mean, we don't want to mess that up. As Jones blasts one, it goes off of a stick and wide. Here's Schweitzer to it for Pearsall. Cutting into the middle and flashing the leather. What a save on the Penguins' best scoring opportunity.
Jeremy, I like that play by Jones. When the Penguins gained the zone, he went to the middle. He went to Pearsall. You think back to Coach Trevor Edwards. He always says attack the middle, come across the blue line, get to the middle. That opens up. You saw that puck go to Pearsall right back to Jones, who had more time and space with it. So nice job by the Penguins and Jones there.
As Carlson will jump up on the forecheck. To the point, banked off the wall by Foster. Here's Flew for Bolus. Bolus has it knocked away. They chopped out past Foster. No icing here. Saying Fozzie could have played it. Also paid by the game, not the hour. As the Foster twists in the corner. Bros will rim it around for Bolus. Bolus to the line. He'll get it deep. He'll look for a line change. Oh, no. He'll look for his wing. As Flume's up on the forecheck. Penguins may get caught deep here. Here come the Terriers as the Penguins had 3 guys behind the goal line in the offensive zone. Luckily, Danny Foster's bag will break up a 2-on-2.
Look at that play by Bros in his own zone behind his net. Stripping the puck carrier and getting it up to the winger on the breakout.
Here comes Carlson wedging it towards the cage. A clearing attempt to go off the skate of Flume. Carlson back to it. Carlson twisting, bouncing puck swatted at by Halliday just wide. Carlson continues to battle in the corner. It'll be Golnak bringing it off the wall. And it's lifted out the center where Chappie will get control. Chappie up the wall. Halliday. Good read there. As it'll come off of Halliday, then a Terrier right to Brenneman. He tries to cut to the middle, and he's cut off by a Terrier. Chappell battles at the blue line. We'll have an offside.
That play was reminiscent of the Brenneman play in the first game today, Jeremy, where he skated down the right wing in that case and did a jump cut to the middle.
Yes.
Bumped it to the middle, jumped over the defender. Looked like he tried to do the same thing, but on his forehand this time.
As a puck will be controlled here by the Terriers. In their own end, Caruso will take over at center, though. Back and forth here at that center ice stuff is Halliday. And a bit of a rodeo there. Or a square dance at center ice. He's getting away with a couple hooks, I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here come the Terriers, odd man rush. Puck fired wide, a squish down low. And here comes Golnak with speed. All the way across for Jones. He's pressured from behind. Chopped into the middle. It'll come off Brenneman and doesn't get through to the net.
Boy, Lucas, they got the stick up into him there big time, and maybe the Penguins getting one in return for maybe the Halliday hook.
Yeah.
The shift prior.
So hooking both ways let go as Cullen for the Terriers will bank it off the boards. It'll be Pelly twisting around. Out the center. The Terriers will control at their own line. Pearsall with the forecheck, giving way to Jones as the Terriers attack the middle. An inside-out play here to the near side wall, taken away by Jones. Jones will tap it to Pearsall. Pearsall onside, he'll rim it all the way around. It'll be Schweitzer in the corner. Back to the area behind the net, trying for Pearsall. Pearsall uses the body to gain control in front. It'll bounce over Bolus' stick.
Tyler Bolus, boy, he's been scoring a lot of goals, and it's not hard to figure out why. Going to the net with his stick on the ice.
Back pressure by the Pens. Here's Carlson sending it up in front of the Penguin bench. Controlled by the Terriers, D to D. They'll get it all the way into the Pens end. Here's Pelly. Pelly around. Bolus now Trek. As the Penguins try to break out of their own end. An errant pass there will be controlled at center by the red-clad Terriers. Back into the Penguins' end as they get a little dump and chase, and they'll get a change. Now, I don't think this line's been out a long time, but let's be cognizant and get this puck out because the Terriers are fresh. Here comes Carlson. He'll get it all the way to the Terrier end before sending it across for a heavy blast by Flume. That catch iron?
Yeah, that just kissed off the crossbar, Jeremy. Just kissed off the crossbar.
A heavy shot by Flume on a beautiful setup there by Carlson. As the Penguins drove in, they found that open player in the slot. Almost halfway through this one, we're tied at 0. Championship Sunday from Detroit.
And Jeremy, this is taking the shape of more of a traditional championship game. Tight checking. You know, both teams playing well defensively.
As the puck gets in on Squish, he'll keep it to the outside area behind the net as Bolus carries around behind. Foster, now Carlson. Carlson will challenge the outside. Can he get half a step? He will. Pulling up, he's thrown to the ice, and we'll get a penalty there.
Boy, Carlson, he's using those lateral crossovers, Jeremy. Gets that puck, takes 2 steps to the inside, 2 steps to the outside, gets by the defender, and knocked to the ice. Now the Penguins are going to head to the power play, your first power play of the game, and you're going to see Brenneman, Golnack, and Halliday up front with the Cobra, Caruso, and Chappell on the back end.
So turkey meat table. Chance to potentially take the lead here. Face-off forced to the corner. The Penguins will outnumber the Terriers there, and there's the arm going up again. A trip.
Boy, the Penguins now, you talk about the turkey being on the table. 1 minute and 23 seconds of 5-on-3 action here.
Wow.
And we're going to see some fresh bodies coming up for the Terriers.
It'll be Watson centering. Forced to the outside. Rimmed around behind. Can the Terriers clear? They will. Off of Caruso. Tapped over to Chappie. Up for Golnack.
Can't be too
Here's
comfortable.
Brenneman.
Watson on the ice.
No. Penguins will need to watch that point. Caruso with it. He'll find Chappie. Chappie to Caruso. The Penguins work up high. A little different setup on the 5-on-3. Here's Caruso. Back to Chappie. The point men. And Watson will block it. And he's going to almost break free.
Yeah. On a 5-on-3, the one thing you don't want is that puck getting blocked at the point. And the Penguins working that puck around, trying to find that lane to get a quality shot on net.
Here's Caruso with it. Over to Chappell. Chappie has it picked off. Here comes Watson with speed. He'll get around Chappie. A 3-on-5 shorthanded breakaway. And Squish says no, sirree! A second shot from the point gobbled up by the Squish tender, and let's never do that again.
Oh, my goodness. What a chance there for the Penguins, or for the Terriers, I should say. And just an absolutely breathtaking save from Squish. And there's one guy on the ice. You don't want to have a breakaway there, Jeremy. It's that guy. And Squish equal to the task.
Penguins will get a line change here. Looks like the 90s are out, but the 3-man Terrier unit will bury it back in the Penguins' end. Here's Pelly with it. Driving through center as time winds down on penalty number 1 here. Pelly will go the whole way to the corner. It's 5-on-4 for 10 seconds as the puck will bounce over track stick. He'll go to Pearsall in the corner. Twisting out of the corner, up to the point. Here's Track. Down to Pearsall, 5-on-5 now. Player out of the box, Pearsall.
Oh, boy.
Keeps it in at the line. Track, can the Penguins get numbers out of this? Track, looking, firing, and it'll be gloved. Rebound sat there. Penguins crash the net. Pearsall dumped on the play. We get a whistle, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off.
Boy, good pressure there by the Penguins late in the power play. Although you hate to say it, Jeremy, a 5-on-3.
Squandered a chance big time.
Yeah, squandered opportunity there. You hate to say that, but.
I mean, no real even high-end scoring chances. Couple puck blocked out top, a turnover on a pass down low, and then, I mean, they had the best scoring chance of the 5-on-3, the breakaway by Watson.
Probably the best, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that shot shortly after. Here are the Penguins. So will the Terriers get momentum from that PK? We'll find out.
Yeah, the Penguins have to be aware when Watson's on the ice. A dangerous player, and you want to live to fight another day. There's nothing wrong with dumping it down the boards or dumping it into the corner. You want to make sure you're limiting those scoring chances.
Jones will drive in. Carrying around, trying to tuck it short side. Bouncing puck there, forced just wide. I think that was Pearsall who jammed it. Foster now, his shot blocked. It'll come right to Pearsall, who tries to drag it around the defender. Back come the Terriers. Cullen. Under back pressure from Jones, he'll dump it past Foster. I'd like to see the Penguins complete that back pressure there, not stop up. I think Foster and Jones were kind of debating who was going to take away the puck. Pearsall in the middle for Jones, a bouncing puck. Chopped that and kept out.
That was almost over the line in the air, but it wasn't. Nice save by the goalie. Wow.
Back come the Terriers. It'll come up for Schweitzer. He'll find Bolus fresh. But back come the Terriers. Thomas weaving through with speed. Around the defender as it's pushed to the outside by Squish.
Boy, composed play by Squish there to step out and poke that puck away from Thomas.
Thomas again along the boards. Shot down low. Rebound sits right out in front though. It was blocked. Watson's got it. He passes it back to the point as a shot deflects wide.
Squish didn't see it. Boy, there were like 10 bodies in the way there, Jeremy.
Yes. Watson back on the puck. He tries to feed it across. Flume almost had it off the backhand. But it's in front. A rolling puck is underneath the goal. Oh, no, it's out in the middle of the ice. I don't know what the whistle's for.
A favorable whistle there for the Penguins.
Maybe it's because Thomas was laying on Squish.
They might be saying it was a man in the crease.
Yeah.
And what's
they
funny,
are, I believe, is I think the faceoff might be coming out of the zone. It is.
Jeremy, and from my position right here, I have a view of Squish and of you. And of the two of you, one is just like crazily calm, and one of you is very excited. And I'll let the viewers at home decide who. But Squish, his body language, he's just so composed in the net right now.
I'm trying to just keep it together, admittedly so. As Halliday gets in the zone. It'll be Track taking over in front of the Penguin bench. They'll force it deep. A bouncing puck will come back to Track. He'll put it back in on an offside play.
Yeah. The Penguins here being bailed out by their goaltender, Squish, on multiple occasions.
I think both goalies at both ends are playing well.
Yeah.
This has been a back-and-forth affair for sure.
For sure.
Their jobs are to get hit by pucks, and both of them have done that. The defense doing a good job really limiting some of the chances as Squish will kick a rebound all the way out to Golnak.
Oh, here we go.
Golnak with a defender kind of falling down. Golnak will be tackled from behind, and they'll get a penalty there. That's a good call.
We got it. As the Penguins go back to the power play, Coach Verbeek probably looking for a little bit of a different setup than last time when they were not able to get any quality rubber on the net.
I would agree. And certainly no breakaways back the other way, please.
That's right. You got Campelli on the back end with Linden Track. Up front, Pearsall, Jones, and Schweitzer.
Second period action here in the championship game of the Hockeytown tournament. It's two top 10 teams, the Terriers and the Penguins, as the Terriers will ice this one.
That's going to go all the way. Yeah, big face-offs here at this point of the game. If you're a Terriers fan, you know, a face-off win means you get a clear. You get that puck out of the area. And if you're a Penguins fan, you know, a face-off win and you get that possession and you can start to set up to build that scoring chance.
Exciting action here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Hit that subscribe button below. If you're joining us from Boston, thanks for jumping in.
There's Watson on the ice. Have to be aware. And
here he comes up the right wing side. Pelly defending. He'll wind and crank one. That'll go wide of the cage, and it'll act as a breakout for the Penguins. Jones, who feathers it into the middle. Pearsall will pick it up, and the Penguins try to set up the man advantage. Pelly will knock it down to the blue line.
By the way, I think Squish blockered that, Jeremy.
He may have. He may have. Jones with a shot. That'll be blocked. Track to it, though. Halfway through the man advantage for the Penguins. Jones back down for Track. Track in the corner. Off the back of the cage. Pearsall will chop at it. Whenever the Penguins kind of turn the puck to the backhand or make us kind of a stick handling play, these Terriers jump on it on this penalty kill, taking away time and space. Here's Jones. Across for Pelly. Pelly with some space. We've seen it before. This time it just misses the far post.
Penguins tired bodies. Got to get some fresh bodies out there as the Terriers look to take it back into the Penguin zone shorthanded.
Get to the puck. They're 5-on-5 action now as it's tossed to the Penguins' corner. I would expect the next penalty or two to go against the Penguins here.
Yeah.
So the Penguins want to keep those sticks down. Don't get a hook as it turned over here. He'll drive it at the net. Squish will glove it and sit and hold on.
Boy, a pass picked off there by the Terriers. They throw it on net through traffic, and Squitch reaches up and gloves that puck, ticketed for the top corner. And Squish here looking sharp as we approach the end of the second period.
Carlson with the defensive zone face-off here. Shot will come from the point, deflecting off a defenseman and cleared back to the line and out by Carlson.
I like that play by Carlson. He has an opportunity to get the puck out, doesn't overthink it, gets it out, and look, a scoring chance for the Penguins.
Back comes Flume. He's knocked down as the Terriers will take over in the corner. Stick lift gets into the face. Penguins maybe get away with a high stick there. Carlson will battle along the wall with Bolus. Bolus chopping at it. If Bolus can't get the puck in, he'll shove the player into the offensive zone.
Look at Bolus battle. Just a tough player along the boards.
Carlson uses the body to free it up and fires it all the way across the ice. It'll be the Terriers' first ones to it, though. A bouncing puck. Nope, how is that not icing? Foster back to get it. It rolls past Bros. So the Terriers will take over. Battling in the corner. Penguins outnumbering him here. Can the Penguins come away with it? It'll get wedged behind the net, and the Terriers will get control, but Foster will take it back.
Boy, there was a guy open in front, but Foster just kills the play behind the net, breaks it up, and now the Penguins getting that puck up and out of the zone.
The Terriers take it right back here in front of their own bench. As Flume drags it from behind himself up and off a glove. So we'll get a whistle with 9.5 or 8.5 to play.
Yeah, fortuitous bounce there for the Penguins. I know they were tired, and that puck went up and found a glove.
We've seen that a number of times this weekend.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the players kind of leaning over.
I'm good with it in that scenario, as long as it's not intentional, right?
As time will tick down here, that horn will tell you we've ended 2, and we haven't scored 1 yet.
Boy.
A defensive struggle here in Detroit.
And Jeremy, this is sort of what you're looking for in a championship game. Number 7, the Terriers overall, versus number 9 overall, the Penguins. Obviously close in the rankings. I suspect both of those teams will move up after this weekend. But I think if you're a parent here getting ready to take a long trek home, this is the type of game you're looking for.
Now you got to close it out in the third.
If I was a goalie dad, though, I might be looking for a big win.
Yeah, I'd like to get like 4 goals in the first minute here. Would be awesome. For sure. I'm just trying to breathe, folks. As I know that the feed's going to be about 2 minutes behind here. I think we have the problem solved, so we should be able to bring you the end of the game here, hopefully. I'll try not to cut away early. I think we realized what was happening before. So obviously you're getting the choppy, laggy feed. Nothing we can do there unless you're willing to install better Wi-Fi here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
So I did go to the front desk because there is a locked wireless network, and they would not give me the password.
I tried earlier, too.
Okay, yeah.
I even tried to schmooze the tournament, thinking like maybe they had access to it. They do not. So.
And off we go.
We will switch sides for the final time, hopefully. And we'll settle this one on a 200 by 85 sheet of frozen water as the Penguins drive it into the Terrier zone. Their centering pass rejected, and back comes.
Yep.
And there it was. We called it.
And the Cobra lashing out, trying to get the puck. He does get the puck, but I think he also gets the skates.
Yes.
And now the Terriers head to the power play. You see immediately number 61, Watson, come onto the ice with McCann and Thomas. The Penguins deploying Cameron Pelly and Lyndon Track on the back end, along with Golnack and Brenneman up front. Hard to disagree with that foursome, huh?
No. Nope. 13:41 to play. The Penguins will be on the PK for the second time in this game, I believe. Maybe the first. I'm not sure. Anyway,
I think we would have remembered the first.
Here's Watson. Across. Lions with it. In front for Thomas. He pokes at it. It'll come up free to the boards. Terriers first ones to it. A centering pass. What a play by Track.
Oh, my goodness.
What a phenomenal play by Lyndon Track.
Oh, I love to see that.
He was able to cut off a pass, get it to the backhand, fire it off the boards all the way down, but not far enough for icing.
Look at Brenneman.
Which lets Brenneman do this.
Look at this.
Halliday was able to get on the ice for the OG. So the Penguins with a fresh forward. Now Pearsall as well. 2 fresh bodies on for the Pens. Halfway through the PK. To the point. Pearsall. Now Track pressures. Squish with the rebound control to bang it to the outside. Here come the Penguins. Pearsall up for Halliday. He's in. He'll wind up, fire in a glove hand, saving a beauty.
Oh, that puck bounced on Pearsall. Still able to get it up to Halliday, and he had the top corner, Jeremy. He ripped that shot, and the Terriers netminder.
Save of the game right there.
Snagging that puck on the fast break for Halliday.
That had corner written all over it.
It sure did.
So are these teams going to start declining power plays here if we keep seeing shorthanded chances like that? Watson with the break. Halliday with that chance there. As it's chopped at, it'll be the Terriers picking it up at their own line. Under pressure from Pearsall. Puck bouncing around. The Terriers will gain the Penguin zone as the time winds here on the penalty. One last chance. Will sail wide to the net. Big screen set in front by the Terriers. The Penguins get a fresh body out. 5-on-5, it'll be Schweitzer who sends it into the bench.
Boy, you'd have to think, these teams taking penalties and not getting the chances that you'd expect. You see the Penguins with that 5-on-3. Not getting the best pressure, and now it's the Terriers on that power play.
So can the Penguins build off of this? We saw the Terriers get some zone time following that 5-on-3 kill and a little bit of extra bounce in the step. Let's see if the Penguins can do the same here after an excellent penalty kill. We saw them with the best scoring chance of that 90-second time frame. And we get a whistle for a hand pass.
Hand pass. 11:51 to play here in the third period. And really, probably the most even game we've seen all weekend.
Yes.
Probably by a good stretch, right?
I mean, that Stars game was an excellent game.
Certainly the best announced game of the weekend.
I don't know about that. I'm barely keeping it together here as the Terriers come in. Shot will come off the squish tender, pushing it all the way to the wall.
Nice rebound control by Squish. Getting that puck and sending it out of harm's way.
Flume has it knocked away. Carlson will follow on. Flume will get there. Now Cooper for the Terriers. They battle in deep.
Boy, Bros and Carlson doing a nice job staying on the right side of the puck there. Staying underneath, staying low.
Terriers cycling here against the 90s. A shot will come in. Squish will put that to the eye. That was a sneaky shot.
That was.
A no-look shot. As now they possess at the point. Flume will pressure. Down the half wall. Peeling off the wall. In front for a one-timer that goes over the cage.
Penguins need a whistle here.
Badly. Ice it. Get it out. Do something. D'Angelo at least clears the zone. They'll get Bolus off. A bouncing puck. They'll get two, maybe three. Three forwards change.
Here we go.
Puck cranked down by Burrows. Golnack jumping up. Brenneman on the pressure. Halliday put it in offsides. So the Penguins survive a bit there.
Yeah, the Penguins under duress in their own zone as some of those puck battles seemed to pop out right to the Terriers player, but Squish able to stay sharp, and the Penguins.
Well, the Terriers missed the net there. A big one that went over the cage, had a one-timer in front.
It was a nice look, wasn't it?
Yeah. Here come the Terriers in. A backhand feed comes across. No battle for the puck. Terriers will come away with it. Twisting in the corner. A centering pass off of Track. We've seen him make a number of plays in his own end here. Shot down low, deflects off of Pelly. Squish will get it with the mitt. Puck rolling around. Here's Watson. In front off the side of the cage.
Penguins again.
Pinned in here. It's all Terriers right now. Pelly tapping it across to Track. Track up through center off Brenneman. And it'll get all the way to the Terrier end. Brenneman darting in. Trying to get control. He's thrown to the ice. Ay, ay, ay. We play on. Chappie will get control. It's all about smart little plays here. Here comes Jones with speed. Gets the edge on one. Challenges a second player. Banks it off the boards to himself. It'll be overtaken by the Terriers' Watson. But there's Pearsall to take it back. A couple bodies hit the floor in the top of the zone. Pearsall possesses behind the net. He drags that puck so well against the boards there. Schweitzer now pinned against the wall with a Terrier. It'll come all the way back to the point. Caruso winding, firing his shot blocked. Comes back to Chappie. Chappie to Caruso at center. Caruso up for Schweitzer. I want to see the Penguins get it deep here.
Yep.
Caruso chopping at it. They'll end up having it taken away. Here come the Terriers in. Shot deflects. Nice block. Chappell. Caruso to the puck. Terriers right back on it. The puck will bounce out. Pearsall will find Schweitzer, and Schweitzer to the offensive zone. His shot will fan on it. And the Terriers will return it back out to center. Bros with it there. Now Foster. Foster across for Schweitzer.
Oh, I want to see these guys change. Need fresh bodies here.
Pearsall off of the body of Schweitzer. He sees it get in their zone, and Pearsall and Schweitzer will get off as the Terriers dump it in behind the Penguin net.
Good quick change from Jones there. You don't want anybody getting stuck out on an extended shift here late in the third.
Bolus trying to sauce one. It's picked off. Back in come the Terriers. Winding, firing. Squish gets one. Rebound in front, and it's in the net. A turnover by the Penguins. And then the rebound spun in front will get the bottom corner of the cage.
Jeremy, I'm trying to see the rebound. Just a tough play in front as the Terriers outnumber the Penguins. The puck, Squish makes the initial save. It bounces out, and the Terriers player spins around a spinorama. And the puck finds the back of the net on the far side. And now the Penguins playing from behind here.
So the Penguins are, hey, I said it earlier, I think they play better from behind than when they're up by a goal or two. As they drive the puck into the offensive zone here. Terriers battling in front. Brenneman knocked down. Back come the Terriers. Bouncing puck picked up in front of the Penguin zone, but it catches the snow there. Halliday will run into a Terrier. The puck buried in snow. Do you want to build a snowman? Cameron Pelly will pull it out. Driving in, the Penguin defenseman loses it to the corner, but he'll track it down himself. Halfway through the first, we've cracked the squish. Can the Penguins get one by the Terriers? Track along the wall. Pearsall in support. They'll battle on the near side. It's Jones pulling it to the middle. Can he break free? He'll wind, he'll fire, and the glove knocks it out of the air, I believe.
Yeah, this would be a good Lucas Jones opportunity. Just using his size, using his strength to create an offensive zone chance.
Cameron Pelly now as the Penguins activate the D, shoving it in. It'll come off the goaltender to the corner. He's right back on it. Pelly behind the net. Looking in front for Jones. His pass is picked off. And now comes Watson one-on-one with Schweitzer. Penguins have a forward back as Watson goes forehand to the backhand. It's up over the cage.
Oh, he goes to the backhand squish, sticks out the blocker, and sends it up and over the cage. What a save by Squish, giving his team every opportunity to get back into this game.
Jones delays as he comes in. He'll wrist one off the blocker of the Boston goaltender. Carlson tries to chop it past. Now Flume along the wall. Here's Carlson with it. Back in front, just couldn't get it free to Flume.
Jeremy, this is the first game under Coach Verbeek. The Penguins have been down in a close affair late in the third. We'll see what Coach does.
Here comes Thomas. Around Caruso, Squish gets it once and missed that twice.
Oh my gosh.
Diving across. Did he get the second one with the stick? Holy cannoli. That's cannoli ones. That's sweet buttery crumpets for the Squish tender. Oh boy. Flume with the blast. Chop that. Rolling around in front. Penguins need to get to the rebound and can't. Foster chopping it up to the. There's a water bottle on the ice.
That looked like too many men. And a water bottle.
As Bolus pulls it around, he's knocked down.
No.
They play on, shot comes in, saved. Foster with it. Penguins getting some chances here. They got to try to get one through. 5 minutes to play. Foster at the side of the net. He'll rip one that goes wide. I don't think the goalie saw that one.
Nope.
Now Golnak up on the puck. Twisting in the corner. Penguins cycling. You can see him ramping it up here. Now Golnak has it knocked away. Here come the Terriers. Defended by Burrows. McCann will pull up and send it all the way back out the center. Terriers trying to get the puck possession time here. So important.
I think that's what they're saying. We don't need any more goals to win this game, so we're going to focus on puck possession. And guess what? They still have it.
They do, as they dump it in behind Squish Tender. Penguins overskate a puck. Here's the Terriers down low. Halliday knocks it away. Brenneman stopping and turning up for Halliday. He'll have it go off of his stick out the center where they'll have an offside play. 4:02.
Yeah, 4:02. And I'll tell you, Jeremy, if you're on the Penguins here, Coach Verbeek has to be looking at his bench saying there's a hero on this bench somewhere. Right, if we're going to get back into this game, we're going to have to put one behind that goalie. Who's going to get it? We'll see here late in the game what the Penguins are able to muster.
They'll dump it in deep.
Another shot. I think that hit Bolus on the bench. Oh. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Okay.
In theory. Theoretically, I'm good. Jones will drive into the Terrier end. Power forward to the corner, centering one. He'll come off a Terrier stick. In front, Pearsall battling for it. Schweitzer will get to it. He'll battle in the corner. Comes up the wall, Pearsall knocks it out of the air. Back down low to be chopped out by Jones. Jones stopping. Putting it in front, Schweitzer pushes it just wide. I think that went off a Terrier defender. And back come Boston.
Here comes Watson.
Up the outside. Off the squish, just almost dumped it off the Squish tender, looking for that pass off pads rebound as he had, I think that was Thomas crashing the net. Back come the Pens. Pearsall. Darting to the middle, gets tied up.
Like to see the Penguins try to set something up there.
Back come the Terriers, under pressure from Schweitzer. Now Track, deep. Carlson with speed, trying to track the puck in the corner. He'll get to it behind the net, centering one. Comes off a Terrier, it's up in the air. Bouncing around, it'll end up behind the cage. Rimmed around and brought back out by Boston. Shot will go off of Caruso and off the side of the net. As we battle behind, here's Chappie coming away with it. Chappie up the boards. Flume now in front for Carlson. He'll chop it out the center, but Lyons there to take over.
Nice play by Jack just to get that puck up and out of the zone.
Chappie now has Flume with some room. He gets in the zone and lofts it all the way across, and it'll exit the Terrier end, but Bolas picks it up.
2:18 to go.
Flume chops at it. It'll go to the corner. We'll keep an eye on the squish tender in this end. He might join a rush here soon. As time ticks down. 2 minutes to go. And out come the Terriers. Poking at it, there was Halliday. It'll be the squish tender tracking it, and he'll get the whistle, which will give the Penguins a second here to kind of figure some things out with 1:53 to go.
Yeah, 1:53 to go. You have to think probably at least one more whistle, right? Depending on how this game goes. When does Coach Verbeek elect to pull the goalie? When does Coach Verbeek elect to call a timeout? We'll see here.
Brenneman and Halliday. It'll be one back to the point. Banked off the boards to the corner. Foster deep to battle. The Terriers possessing though. Brenneman will break it up. Now Bros up for Golnak. Golnak in the middle looking for Halliday. He'll miss him, but it'll be controlled by Boston. Bouncing puck picked up by Halliday. He'll chop at it. Can't get it deep enough, but he will get an offside. Another stop in play.
You're going to see a neutral zone face-off here. And I think if you are the Penguins, you're going to see the timeout. You're going to see the timeout. And, Jeremy, I noticed in that last stoppage of play, you saw the coaches huddle up on the bench, probably discussing personnel and a game plan here.
Well, we'll see what they do.
These are the moments you really learn, what you've got if you're a coach. So should be interesting to see the way the next 87 seconds of this game play out.
It's 1-0 Terriers late in the third period. About 87 seconds remain on what has been a phenomenal back-and-forth game. We're way behind on that stream, aren't we? There's still 3 minutes left on that thing. Oy, oy, oy. All right.
Thank you, Mother Wi-Fi here, right? Boy, some good action here at both ends of the ice. The Penguins looking to get that puck tilted back into the Terriers zone thus far. The Terriers goaltending has been able to keep that puck out despite some high-quality chances. Squish at the other end of the ice making some equally stunning saves. As I would say there's probably a slight advantage towards the Terriers here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It looks like the squish tender will be up top of his crease. Hopefully they gave him some instruction as to when to head to the bench. Penguins will control. Chappie tries to go D to D. That's cut off. The Terriers going with immense pressure here as Pelly will get control. He drives in. Squish comes off. Puck bounces around in front, and the player off the bench is Pearsall. He'll get control. Off of a Terrier. This pressure could free up some space for a guy like Flume, who spins it to the corner. Jones is tied up in front of the net. He'll dart behind the cage, looking to set one up in front. Here's Pearsall into the netminder, and it's held on to.
52 seconds to play. You have a face-off now inside the Terrier zone. We'll see who takes the face-off here. A couple centers on the ice. And the Penguins really need a face-off win here in order to keep that possession in the Terrier zone.
Carlson, Pearsall, Jones, Flume, Pelly, and Chappell as we get a timeout. Boston.
So a couple timeouts here, one for each team, Jeremy. And the Penguins looking to set up a play. You see Coach Verbeek drawing up on the dry erase board what he's looking for.
So, yeah, I got nothing for us.
Coach Pelly on the ice. Now, I'll tell you, if they can sneak him onto the ice, put some skates on, I like our chances.
I think a couple of these kids in this tournament have been about the same size.
I know. He'd be looking up to a few of them. Oh, my goodness. That's true. And you see Squish and Calabrese together on the bench watching to see how this game plays out. Is there a hero on the ice for the Penguins? We'll find out momentarily, but the Terriers proving to be a formidable opponent here in both of the matchups that we've seen them play against the Pens so far.
Penguins hoping for a big one here, trying to get one goal to send this to OT.
And for those
of which I would need medical attention.
Yeah, OT, as we know, is a 5-minute 4-on-4 followed by a shootout. We know that because we watched a game earlier today before our team played. One of the reasons our game was like an hour behind, right?
Yeah, this morning, yes. Yeah, we watched the eventual champion Fox Motors take down the Chicago Mission in the 2010 division. So, 52 seconds remain.
Boy, the Commodores 3 stars of the game, Jeremy. Some pivotal moments here as we narrow in on the end of this contest.
The Penguins will deploy the same five. Carlson, Pearsall, Jones, Flume, Pelly, and Chappell, the six flightless birds who storm the offensive zone of the Terriers. Face-off controlled by Carlson. Back for Pelly. In front. Bouncing puck will go the whole way through. Chappie dropping down. He tries to center one. They'll come off a Terrier to Pelly. Pelly.
Oh.
As Chappie and Watson come together.
That's going to be an icing. Another face-off.
5 seconds left. Almost 36, 35 and a half.
You saw the big face-off win there by Carlson. And hoping that we have one more up our sleeve here as we have yet another offensive zone face-off.
Who's going to take this one? It'll be Carlson again. To the dot. Puck banked off the boards past Chappell. It'll go wide of the cage. Oh, how is that not icing? You clown? Jeez.
That was definitely across the line there.
I mean, should have been an icing call, but back come the Penguins nonetheless. Chappie couldn't get the shot off. It'll be banked off the boards, and I think that'll potentially do it here.
No, it's going to be an icing. Penguins.
This one will be icing. Okay.
4.4 to go. If you're going to drop something, maybe a slip play off the face-off. If you're the Terriers, do you just fall on it?
That's a penalty, but with 4 seconds left, I would do it.
Yeah, I'd line up Flume and let him do the slip play here.
Looks like Carlson on the faceoff. Penguins bench shouting instructions as they put it out of play to the Terriers.
Gracious. Yeah, I want, if I'm behind the bench, I put either Flume or Pearsall as the left-handed player to poke it through the defenseman's skates, or the center skates. And I think that's what you'll see here.
Pearsall now. Couldn't quite win it, and the Terriers celebrate a championship here in Detroit. The Penguins coming up one short, a 1-0 victory for Boston, as they are now 2-0 against the Penguins. The Penguins' only losses on the season coming to this Terrier squad. And I'll say this, I think the Penguins should stand proud.
Yep.
They played a phenomenal weekend of hockey. They should be proud of coming this far. You obviously want to win this game, but certainly be proud of themselves. As we'll see the handshake line here. Penguins falling in the championship game. And 1-0. On the rebound, goal by Boston. We're going to let this run a second here as we will hand it over to George Pearsall for today's Commodores 3 stars of the game.
Jeremy, we're going to go with 1 star on the game. We're going to give that star to Penguins goaltender number 1, Squishy Evans, giving up 1 goal despite many high-end chances in the game today. Just a gutsy performance from Squish, and boy, you see the Penguins just sort of mobbing him there after the game. Every one of the players going over and expressing appreciation. So congrats on a great game to Squish, and to all these boys. They should hold their head high.
They should. All of them should hold their head high. A 1-0 game against a very talented Boston team. We saw chances at both ends. We saw good, clean hockey. battles up and down the ice. I can say this, you come here, you want to do these things, you want to get better at the game. You say after a game like this, these kids are better at hockey because of it.
Yep, that's why we do it.
So I'm going to send this over to just another screen so you and I can get off. We're going to leave the game run, though, so that it gets to the end here. As you guys still have 27 seconds left on that feed. So.
Oh, my goodness. Safe.